Chapter 27. Listen and repeat. Conversation. The Green Family's Day. Mrs. Green is a housewife. She gets up at 6:45 every morning. She takes care of the house. She makes breakfast for her husband and her children. She keeps the house clean. In this expression, she keeps the house clean, the adjective clean has a predicative function, referring to the verb to keep, not to the noun the house. Therefore, it comes after the verb-object sequence, which in English must not be interrupted. She cooks all the meals. Her husband is Harold Green. Tom and Carol are her children. Harold Green works in the city. The children attend school. What time does he get up? He gets up at 7 o'clock. What does he do then? He drinks a cup of coffee. What time does he leave for work? He leaves for work at 7:30. Where does he work? He works in the city. They leave for school at 8 o'clock. They take a bus to school. They get to school at 8:45. They eat lunch at school. She eats lunch alone. He eats lunch in a restaurant. They eat lunch in the school cafeteria. The Greens live in a suburb. It's 20 miles from a big city. Mr. Green works in the city. He drives to work every day. Mrs. Green has a car too. It's a station wagon. Sometimes she takes the children to school. She also uses the car to go shopping. She shops in a big shopping center. Vocabulary and grammar notes. Alone, always, care, center. City. Every. Far from. Housewife. How far? Grammar notes. Alone is an adjective mainly used after the verb, not before the noun. Example: I usually go to school with Anna. This morning I went alone. Always, sometimes, and usually are adverbs of frequency indicating how often an action happens. They usually follow the verb to be and the auxiliary to do. In affirmative sentences, they are placed between the subject and the verb. Example: where do you usually go shopping? I usually go to that shopping center over there. Every is an adjective similar in meaning to each, indicating all members of a group considered individually. It is never preceded by the article. Grammar note. Position of adverbs of frequency. This adverb of frequency is normally placed immediately before the verb expressing the action. However, it can also appear at the beginning or at the end of the sentence for emphasis. Example: she shops in a big shopping center. Vocabulary review. Alone, always, care, center. City. Every. Far from. Housewife. How far? Vocabulary and grammar notes. Mile. Neighborhood over there. Restaurant. Shop. Shopping center. Someone. Sometimes. Station wagon. Suburb. Train. Usually. Grammar notes. How far introduces questions asking about the distance between two places. The place referred to is introduced by the preposition from. Example: how far is Leeds from London? It's 170 miles from London. To drive, drove, has different meanings depending on the context. When followed by nouns such as car or bus, it means to operate a vehicle. When followed by a person as the object, it means to give someone a ride. Used alone, it means to travel by car. Verbs: to attend, to drive, drove, to go shopping, to keep, kept, to live, to move in, to shop, to take care of, to work. Dialogue. In the neighborhood. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Very well, thanks. I don't know that woman over there. Oh, that's Mrs. Green. Does she live in this neighborhood? She just moved in. Which house does she live in? She lives in that little house on New Street. Where does her husband work? He works in the city. Notes. Over there accompanies expressions with demonstratives such as that or those, reinforcing the sense of location. In the expression on New Street, the preposition on indicates facing or looking onto. Simple present, to have and to do. I have / do you have / do he / she / it has / does, we have / do they have / do. The simple present tense. English has two present tenses clearly different in use, the present progressive and the simple present. The present progressive indicates actions happening at the moment of speaking. The simple present indicates habitual actions and is often accompanied by adverbs of frequency or expressions such as every day. Examples. I usually wear a black hat. Today I'm wearing a gray hat. Tom gets up at 7:30 every morning. The simple present is always used with verbs that do not normally express actions in progress, such as to know and to want. The form of the simple present is the same for all persons, except the third person singular, which adds s or es. Verbs ending in ss, sh, ch, x, and o add es. Verbs ending in y, preceded by a consonant, change y to I and add es. Example, to play. Arrow, he plays. To carry. Arrow, he carries. The verb to have behaves irregularly. He / she / it has. Simple present. Interrogative and negative forms. Interrogative. How does Mr. Green usually go to work? He usually goes to work by bus. Where do you usually eat lunch? We usually eat lunch in that restaurant. Does Mr. Brown work in the city? Yes, he does. Negative. I drink a glass of milk every evening. Mark doesn't drink a glass of milk every evening. I don't want this magazine. I want that magazine. Do you always drive to work? No, I don't.